shoot. Pull back, step back three. Bottom!
The handoff. Jones for the tie. Oh, he's fouled! And one! He's still loose. Tourney the heave. Oh, my God!
Southern Utah is going to do something they've never done. Go to the NCAA tournament.
What's up, everybody? Another episode of the Straight Outta WAC podcast. Again, it's week 3 of our season previews, and on this episode, I got a special guest, as it is GCU men's basketball week. We got Ray Harrison, the WAC Tournament MVP, led the Lopes to the NCAA tournament for the second time in 3 years. Ray, appreciate the time today.
I appreciate you for having me.
How's the offseason been? I mean, you've been pretty busy yourself. You went through the NBA draft process. You came back, and I heard on a podcast that the original plan was to come back all along. You just wanted to test the waters. Is that right?
I mean, to be honest, me and my dad, we actually had a conversation when I first decided to enter the draft, and he was basically telling me, if you're gonna do it with wholeheartedly, just go into it with the mentality of, whatever happens, happens. And obviously, I came back to college, so that was what was best for me.
During that process, what did the scouts and whoever you're working out for, what kind of feedback did you get in terms of maybe something to work on this off season or get better at it, and that they want to see more of in going into this, next college basketball season?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of them were pleased with the skills that I already have, but I feel like they just want me to be sharper in general, whether it's shooting the ball, playmaking, becoming a better defender. Just want me to be sharper.
How's your time at GCU been? Obviously, there was some acclamation when you first got there, right? And then you guys get rolling into the season. You go on a crazy run in Las Vegas between Michelob and Orleans Arena. Just what that's been like for you right now, the ride that's been like being at GCU.
Man, it's been a dream come true, honestly. I mean, from the first time I came on my visit, it just felt like it was the right place for me. I already knew that I wanted to commit on my visit here, and my dad was kind of telling me, like, we still got other visits, planned. Let's just see how it goes. I was like, nah, I know. This is the one. So when I got here, I mean, to be honest, it was kind of up and down. I mean, when I first got here in the summer, like you said, it took me some time to get acclimated and to, gain Coach Drew's trust. And as time went on, you know the story. It's been a dream come true, though.
We do know the story. WAC Tournament MVP, big-time games in the championship game and against UTA. I mean, the other against I believe it was Seattle. It was Gabe that went off. I mean, how nice was it during that run to see different guys step up? I think you guys shot like 65% from 3-point range in those 4 games. Like, you're probably going to say it's not a surprise to you, but like that's a pretty good percentage to shoot in a conference tournament.
Yeah. I feel like it was just perfect timing. I feel like we were just waiting for that time as a team where we were all in harmony, on and off the court. But that time, it just lined up perfectly. Like we hit the stride that we needed at the right time.
What's it been like for you to see the student section that you guys get at home games, the fan support? It's just, I mean, Donovan Mitchell, when he played there back when he was at Louisville, said it's one of the best environments he's ever played in. Rick Pitino said that. I mean, that's a Hall of Fame coach that said that. But for you as a player, what's that like night in and night out to have those havocs going crazy?
Yeah. I feel like that was one of the main things that I had to get acclimated to be honest with you. I mean, all my life, I've played in small gyms, high school gyms, auxiliary gyms. Even at my previous school that I transferred from, Presbyterian College, that gym probably only sat like 1,000 people maybe. Like, it was just a high school gym. So coming here, it was just different, like I remember we had an exhibition game, and at the time I was dealing with like a minor injury, and I was telling Coach Walker, I was like, I don't know if I want to go out and play. I don't want to re-injure it right now. I'd rather just wait until our first, official game. And he was like, "Nah, you need to get acclimated to this crowd. You need to be out there at least one time before the first game." And I really appreciated that because I felt it when I first got out there. It's like it took me some time to get used to.
Did it help too in Las Vegas to kind of have that home, in a sense, kind of have that home court advantage too? I mean, it was majority purple, in the Orleans arena. Like, does that help as well to see that they travel well too?
It does. It does. Their support is unreal. It's like a fan base that I've never been a part of, but I'm just so thankful and just blessed to be here.
What's, I guess my question is, how's the adjustment temperature wise, considering that it's like a humid heat on the East Coast and it's a dry heat in the desert? Like, which one do you prefer personally?
I mean, I feel like they both aren't, something that I like, but I don't know. Here it gets extremely hot. It gets extremely hot. Like it's like 115 degrees, 120. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. I rather be in the humid where it's like 80 to 95. Like I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Nice, nice. All right, kind of crazy question. And maybe you guys already do this. NBA 2K competition in the locker room. Who's taking who's taking the belt?
If if one of my teammates, Kobe Knox, was still here, it would have been Kobe. Shout out Kobe, but it'll probably be Joshua Baker.
Nice, nice,
Probably be Baker for sure.
awesome. I want to ask you. Let's talk about this upcoming season. Some new faces, obviously. Chance gone to Texas Tech. Kobe Knox at South Florida. Noah's playing, just signed a professional contract. Yvonne and Aiden are gone. But new faces, but some returners as well in terms of Gabe, Josh Baker, Javon working his way back from the knee injury, yourself. Um, like I'm not going to throw this. I'm not going to put any pressure on you here, but I'm pretty sure most media outlets are going to choose GC to be the favorites again in the WAC this year. So expectations, maybe thoughts, preparations. I know you guys are getting ready to go to the Bahamas too, for a trip, but like just kind of expectations going into this 2023-24 season.
I really do feel like the sky's the limit, and I'm a realist. I'm a realist. If I didn't feel like that way, truly, I wouldn't even say that. But I really do feel like the sky's the limit with this team, just because we have all the pieces that we need. We have experience, we got depth, we got great coaching, and we got guys that are willing to buy in. We got dudes that want to win. That's all they care about. So I feel like I said, the sky's the limit.
Do you guys like having that, I guess, expectation? Maybe I don't want to say hype. Hype's not the right word. Just the expectation that, hey, we're gonna win and we're gonna do it a lot. And this is, it not necessarily make or break, but like this is the ultimate goal every single year.
Absolutely. And I feel like that culture has been here, uh, especially since Coach Drew's been here. But yeah, I mean, even last year, I feel like we kind of started to fall in love with like this mentality that we were like the bad guys in a sense in our conference, just because we felt like we always got the best punch from everybody. Like everybody always threw their best punch at us. So we kind of just, I mean, like we kind of just ran with it. We don't mind the expectation, the pressure, the hype, whatever you want to call it. We're still gonna do what we're gonna do.
Okay, one team that you really are looking forward to in the Western Athletic Conference to playing this year, that maybe you've kind of, I don't want to say circled, but maybe put a star on the schedule. Like this is one of those games.
Uh,
And see, that's a troubling question because New Mexico State's no longer in the Western Athletic Conference. So
to be honest,
putting you on the spot here.
To be honest, I don't know, man. I don't think we have a. Shoot, we're the ones that we the champions. I mean, I feel like everybody should have us marked down, but I don't know. I don't have anybody that I'm just out to get or anything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. One last question here. Do you guys ever practice the shot that your head coach hit in Valparaiso's, championship year? The old, I don't even know what to call it. Like the old Hail Mary press break shot that Coach Drew hit to send his, Valpo to the NCAA tournament. Does he ever practice that with you guys?
Yeah, we actually do. We do. So just in case we ever gotta use that, we got that available.
What's it been like? I got one last question for you. What's it been like you saw Javon go down against Sam Houston back in January? Now to see him getting back on the floor, maybe not necessarily 100%, but just you and him working together, maybe to as he gets through suffering a severe injury, just working together in that situation.
What are you asking? You saying how do I?
What's it been like for you and him working together as he's trying to get back on the floor?
Yeah, I mean, Nuna's been great with like his own rehab and stuff. He's been on it. Like he's self-motivated. He don't have to have somebody like watching him the whole time, making sure he's doing something. He's self-motivated. So I've definitely, been in his ear and we've been communicating and stuff like that. But I've just been, been glad to see him, working. It's just good to see him back in his element. I can't wait to have him back out there with me.
Are you a Cubs fan like Bryce Drew is, like your head coach is? Or who's your baseball team?
A baseball team? It's funny, when I actually played Little League for like the only year that I played with the Cubs. Our team was the Cubs. But, yeah, I'm going to go with the Cubs. I feel like that's the right answer.
No right or wrong answers, but yes, Cubs is a very good answer.
That's
Ray Harrison, the WAC Tournament MVP, and looking to lead the Lopes back to the NCAA tournament again. It would be the third time in 4 years. I'm sure, like I said, that GC will be one of the favorites. So, Ray, I appreciate the time, man, and enjoy your summer. Enjoy your trip next week, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Definitely. I appreciate you, man.
Thanks for listening to the Straight Outta WAC podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other podcasting platforms. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Remember to follow us on Twitter at WAC Hoops Digest and Facebook under WAC Hoops Digest for all your WAC Hoops news and information.